Tun Gamer, and today we're building my life-size Stump Series Pit Droid from Star Wars. He's fully 3D printed and he's straight from Project 842's files, and he's Roger's new friend, so let's get into the video. After downloading Project 842's Pit Droid files from his Etsy, we sliced them up and started printing them out with cheap Chinese PLA. Print montage!
We're gonna need a montage. A sports training montage.
Pit Droids are cheap, expendable and repairable repair robots, and they're 1.2 meters tall and they will fit in your room really well. When assembling the big joints, we used M6 Allen head bolts and nylock nuts, and for the little joints we used M3 Allen head bolts and nylock nuts. Any bolts that were too long, we would use a hacksaw to cut them to length. After you get the full pieces of the head, we put them together. We use epoxy resin and aluminium rods to put the two pieces of the head together. Here we go. After you finish gluing it together, we need to fill in all the gaps and the rough parts with body filler. We use P38 to fill in all the rough parts. It's a lot cheaper than Bondo or Milliput, and it's a lot harder to use. After we filled it in, we sanded it smooth. It didn't have to be too accurate because we're probably going to sand it and fill it in the future. We decided to do a check fit up, and we discovered that the neck couldn't fit to the head easily because the bolt wouldn't be able to fit in because of this being too close together, so we weren't able to slide the bolt in. We decided to use Fusion 360 to modify the neck so we could put two captive nuts inside so it was easy to put in. And this was really handy because now we can fit it into the head. And now the neck bolts fit in and we can lock the head in position.
And now that your problem is solved, have you learned a lesson?
Now we can start priming and painting the parts. First you need to give all the parts a couple coats of primer. You need to sand it smooth in between every single one. The biggest choice we had to make was what colour we wanted to paint our Pit Droid. There were a lot of different Pit Droids in Star Wars, so we could pick a lot of different patterns. We decided instead of trying to reproduce a canon Pit Droid, we decided to paint in my favourite colour, green. We decided to start doing some thin coats of green with a bit of sanding in between the layers. We wanted his eyes to light up, so we decided to get these cheap battery-powered LED pucks. We can turn it on, off, we can make its colours change over time, and we can make it have a timer. We also cut 100mm and 80mm Christmas baubles for lenses, and to see what they end out like. During assembly, I thought it would be a pretty cool idea if it looked like he was being repaired with yellow Pit Droid parts to add some interesting detail.
Interesting.
We also sell on the serial number G-100 and the nickname Geo. We found an all-best font Star Wars writing, so we could print out and paint in a G for his chest plate and G-100 for his right arm. We printed out some paper and reinforced it with sellotape so we could use it as a stencil to put in the black paint.
And that'll just be our little secret.
So now that he's fully assembled, we need to do more of the rust and the weathering that I put on both of his arms and his chest plate. We did exactly the same method that we did for the Battle Droid: light, rust, 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 metal. After we finish doing the peeling paint metal paint job, we need to use black and brown acrylic paint to make him look more grimy. After we finish putting dirt in his joints, we cut out some M3 all thread as his aerials. And now we're done, he's fully articulated and he can stand on his own. had great fun building you, and I wonder what my next project will be. We might build a replica E11 blaster next, but I don't know if that'll be enough for a full video. Comment down below if you want me to build an E11 blaster next, or any other suggestions. Like and subscribe to help me make some more build videos. I really enjoy making them, and I hope you do too. So I'm Tun Gamer, and I'll see you next time.